The movie will begin in 5 moments, the mindless voice announced. All those unseated will await the next show. We filed slowly, languidly into the hall. The auditorium was vast and silent. As we seated and were darkened, the voice continued. The program for this evening is not new. You have seen this entertainment through and through. You've seen your birth, your life and death. You might recall all of the rest. Did you have a good world when you died? Enough to base a movie on? I'm getting out of here. Where are you going? I'm getting out of here. Where are you going? I'm getting out of here. Where are you going?
Touch with reality. And the reason for it is that most civilized people are out of touch with reality because they confuse the world as it is with the world as they think about it, talk about it, and describe it. For on the one hand, there is the real world, and on the other, a whole system of symbols about that world which we have in our minds. But like all good things, they have their disadvantages, and the principal disadvantage of symbols is that we confuse them with reality, just as we confuse money with actual wealth. Am I talking about the physical world of nature? Or am I talking about a spiritual world? Or what? And to that I have a very simple answer. When we talk about the material world, that is actually a philosophical concept. So in the same way, if I say that reality is spiritual, that's also a philosophical concept. And reality itself is not a concept. Reality is now it's amazing what doesn't exist in the real world. In the real world, there aren't any things, nor are there any events. That doesn't mean to say that the real world is a perfectly featureless blank, in which we descry things and events in the same way as we would project images on a Rorschach blot, or pick out particular groups of stars in the sky and call them constellations, as if they were separate groups of stars. Well, they're groups of stars in the mind's eye, in our system of concepts. They are not out there as constellations, already grouped in the sky. So in the same way, the difference between myself and all the rest of the universe is nothing more than an idea. It is not a real difference. And meditation is the way in which we come to feel our basic inseparability from the whole universe. And what that requires is that we shut up.
This is your life.
This is your life.
This is your dream.
This is your dream.
There is only the world within.
There is only the world within. Though our time here is brief, our consciousness and soul are eternal.
This is your life. This
is your
dream.
life. This is your dream.
Change comes only from within. The winds of change will blow.
The winds of change will blow.
The waters will flow.
The waters will flow,
washing away the dirt.
dirt.
The fires will transform.
The
earth will absorb. There is really no place to go.
There is only
one question to ask.
What is the weight?
What is the
of your
weight
soul?
of your soul?
There really is no place to go.
There is really no
not at
place to
least
go.
in this human form.
Not at least in this human form.
You have been given all the tools to make this a better
to
world.
make this a better
You have been given all
world.
the guides to make you a better man. A path to live a decent life. Find that better place in your heart and a peaceful thought in the mind. Look upon your humanity with empathy and be nice.
Find the better place in your heart and a peaceful thought in the mind. Look upon your humanity with empathy and be nice.
The people you help live a better day at the end is what matters. Not a hollow empire that will surely crumble. We will be born again out of its own ashes.
Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveller. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the less travelled by. And that has made all the difference.
A great hand reaches out from the unseen and regulates the affairs of man. It reaches out from that great spiritual flame which nourishes all created things, the never-dying fire that burns on the sacred altar of cosmos, that great fire which is the Spirit of God. If we turn again to the races now dead, we shall discover the cause of their destruction. The light had gone out. When the flame within the body is withdrawn, the body dies. When the light was taken from the altar, the temple no longer was the dwelling place of a living God. Little by little, the flame flickered out, and as the last spark grew cold, a once mighty nation was extinguished, buried beneath the dead ashes of its own spiritual fire. But the flame did not die. Like spirit, of which it is the essence, it cannot die, because it is life, and life cannot cease to be. In some wilderness of land or sea it rested once more, and there again arose a mighty nation around that flame. So history goes on down through the ages. As long as people are true to the flame, it remains. But when they cease to nourish it with their lives, it passes on to other lands and other worlds. The worshippers of this flame are now called heathens. Little do we realize that we ourselves are heathens until we are baptized of the Holy Spirit, which is fire. For fire is light, and the children of the flame are sons of light, even as God is light. There are those who for ages have labored with man to help him kindle within himself this spark, which is his divine birthright. These are the ones who by their lives of self-sacrifice and service have awakened and tended this fire, who through ages of study have learned the mystery it contains, and whom we now call the initiates of the flame. For ages, they have labored with mankind to help him uncover the light within himself. And on the pages of history, they have left their seal, the seal of fire. The time will come, however, when the world will know the work they did and realize that our present civilization is raised upon the shoulders of the mighty demigods of the past. Let us honor these sons of the flame, not by words, but by living, so that their sacrifice shall not be in vain. They have shown us the way. They have led man to the gateway of the unknown, and then, in their robes of glory, passed behind the veil. Let us watch these mighty ones as silently they pass by,